It all started with a photograph I found last Tuesday. I was at my parents' house, cleaning out my old childhood bedroom, going through boxers I hadn't even thought about in 15 years, and there it was, buried beneath a stack of old-school notebooks and birthday cards. It was a picture of me when I was 7 years old, standing in our backyard. I was smiling, and I was holding hands with another girl. She had dark hair tied in 2 long braids, and was wearing a yellow sundress with tiny flowers on it. I just stared at that photo for a long time, because I remembered her. Her name was Emma. We were best friends that one summer, the summer right before 2nd grade. We spent every single day playing in the woods behind my house. We'd build these elaborate forts out of fallen branches and pretend we were explorers discovering new worlds. I could still hear her laugh. It was high and bright, like wind chimes, and I remembered her favorite game. What if we could disappear? I was so excited, I took the photo downstairs to show my mom. "Mom," I said, "do you remember Emma?" Her smile just faded. She looked at the photo, her brow furrowed. "Honey, who is this?" she asked. I said, "Emma, my friend from that summer. We played together every day." My mother's face did this strange thing then, a flicker of something I couldn't quite place. "Fear, maybe?" "Sweetie," she said, her voice soft but firm. "You didn't have any friends that summer. You always played alone." "That's not true," I insisted. "I remember her. Look, she's right here in the photo with me." My mother looked at the photo again. 10 bike at May, her eyes filled with genuine worry. "This is just you in the backyard," she said. "There's no one else here." I snatched the photo back from her, my hands starting to tremble. Primera luta d'Italiano. She was right. The photo just showed me, standing alone. My hand was extended to my side, holding nothing but empty air. But I had just seen her. I was so sure I had just seen her. I ran back upstairs and tore through the box again, my heart pounding. And that's when I found it. My diary from that summer. The one with the unicorn sticker on the cover. I flipped it open to July. The entries were all about Emma. "Today, Emma and I made a new fort. She says she knows a secret about the woods." Another one said, "Emma told me that if you stand in the right spot, you can see into tomorrow." Then I found an entry from late July, and my blood ran cold. The handwriting was getting shackier. Emma says she's not like other kids. She says she's been 7 years old for a very long time. I didn't remember writing that at all. I kept reading, turning the pages slowly. "Today, Emma showed me where she lives, but when we got there, nothing was there. Just trees." A chill just snaked down my spine. The last entry about Emma was dated August 14th. It was frantic. "Emma says we can be friends forever if I want." The sun was setting, casting these long, spooky shadows through the trees. Emma was standing in a clearing I'd never seen before. It was a perfect circle. "This is my favorite place," she said. "It's where the world gets thin." I remember feeling so cold, even though it was a warm August evening. "What do you mean?" I asked her. She just smiled, but it wasn't her usual happy smile. It was different. "You can stay with me forever here," she said. "We can always be 7. We can always play." I remember backing away, suddenly scared. "I have to go home," I stammered. "My mom is making spaghetti." Emma's smile disappeared. "If you leave now, you'll forget me," she said, her voice sounding sad. I shook my head. "I won't forget you. You're my best friend." But she just shook her head back. "Yes, you will. Everyone does." And then I was running as fast as I could toward the warm lights of my house. When I got to the edge of the woods, I dared to look back. Emma was standing right at the tree line, not following, just watching me. "Goodbye," she said, but her voice sounded distant, like a faint echo. I shot up in bed, my heart hammering against my ribs. That memory was so sharp, so real. I grabbed my phone and, on a whim, pulled up satellite images of the woods behind my parents' house. And there it was, a perfect, unnatural circle of empty space. Right in the middle of the forest. No trees, no bushes, just bare ground. I got dressed, my mind racine. I drove to my parents' house at 4 a.m, parked my car, and walked into those dark woods with just my phone's flashlight. The old path was overgrown, but I found it, and then I stepped into the clearing. It was exactly as I remembered, perfectly circular, completely barren. I stood in the dead center, a deep silence all around me. And then I heard it, so faint, like a memory-given sound. Wind chimes. But there was no wind. The trees were perfectly still. I turned slowly, my flashlight beam cutting across the tree line, and for just a split second, I saw her, a flash of yellow, standing just beyond the trees. Still 7 years old, still wearing that yellow sundress, still smiling that same gentle smile. And I ran. Again, just like I did all those years ago. I burst back into my parents' house, gasping for air, and went straight to the attic, to that dusty old box. I had to see the photo one more time. I found it, my hands shaking so badly I almost dropped it. And Emma was back. She was right there in the photograph, standing beside me, holding my hand, smiling at the camera. But, Tistim. This time, I noticed something new, something I hadn't seen before. Emma wasn't looking at the camera, she was looking at me, and in her other hand, the one not holding mine, she was holding another photograph. In the shadows behind me, right at the edge of the woods, there's a tiny figure in a yellow sundress, just standing there, waiting. Some memories don't want to be forgotten, and I think some friends don't either. Thanks for listening.